In the dark of night, the castle lay shrouded in mystery as Princess Sarah ran, her eyes constantly glancing behind her. The hallway glowed with candlelight, but as Sarah passed, the first candle suddenly went out, followed by each one down the line. Unexpectedly, her trembling legs tripped over themselves, causing her to fall sprawling onto the cold floor. From afar, each remaining light in the hallway disappeared, swallowed up by the approaching dense darkness.
Who's there?
This was Princess Sarah of the Kingdom of Minos, harboring a shameful secret, a deep fear of the dark. Whenever darkness engulfed her, Sarah felt crushed by invisible fears. The shadows of trees became, in her mind, spindly arms creeping toward her. Even in the silence of the dark, she imagined footsteps edging closer. Her fear was so intense that, when she saw a cloak hanging in the corner of her room, she imagined it was a ghost mocking her.
Don't come any closer! Stay away from me!
In that moment, she remembered Prince Philip, the one she loved.
If only Philip were here!
However, her fear of the dark had often caused her embarrassment in front of him. At a party, Philip had discreetly signaled the servants to turn off the lights, preparing for a surprise birthday celebration. But when the lights went out, Sarah panicked, desperately searching for even a sliver of light in the enveloping darkness. In her terror, she caused Philip to lose his grip on the birthday cake he was holding. The cake toppled over, candles and frosting splattering all over Philip. Before he could react, Sarah was already blushing deeply from embarrassment.
I'm sorry. It's all the darkness's fault. I hate the dark.
Suddenly, the wind began howling outside, swirling around the palace like a voice filled with anger. Out of nowhere, a flash of lightning slashed across the sky, blowing the windows open.
Is anyone there? Cursed, wretched darkness, disappear already!
As soon as she finished shouting, a shadow gradually materialized in the middle of the room. A towering figure with pitch-black eyes stared at her. Who dares to curse me? It was none other than the Dark himself. Overcome with fear, Sarah fainted. Wake up! Wake up!
Please spare me! Don't take me! I'm sorry!
Every day I hear you complain, curse and blame the darkness. You tired of living?
I didn't mean to, but... Are you really the spirit of darkness?
Yup, follow me and I'll show you that my darkness isn't as simple as you think. Unable to react, Sarah was forced by Dark to follow him into the night. Across the silent midnight sky, Sarah and Dark's spirit floated together.
Wow! My kingdom doesn't look so bad at night!
Wherever Dark flew, stars appeared in the sky. The dark sky, like velvet, sparkled with gentle, mysterious stars. Dark led Sarah to the dwelling place of the spirits of the night. As they arrived, various entities emerged. First was the Sleep Maiden, with a magical ability to help people quickly fall asleep. Next came Night Watcher, distinguished by his sharp nose, who had the power to keep people alert. Finally, Silent Sister appeared, tall and thin, who absorbed every sound, bringing calm and stillness.
Lord Dark, bringing a human here is inappropriate.
I understand, but this girl needs a lesson from the darkness itself. This is both a punishment and an opportunity for her to understand and overcome her fears. Seeing Dark's sincerity and moved by their wish to help the princess, no one objected further. After meeting everyone, Dark guided Sarah to observe the night spirits at work. Sarah quietly watched, realizing that each spirit had its own role within the perfect canvas of the night. First was the Sleep Maiden, who gracefully moved through villages, sprinkling a dreamlike dust over each home. Wherever the enchanted dust spread, people drifted into sweet dreams.
Whoa! That's incredible!
There is much more, young one. While Sleep Maiden helped those who needed rest, Night Watcher roamed searching for those who had fallen asleep with unfinished tasks. He would bend down and gently prod the ears of drowsy workers, waking them up and restoring their alertness.
He's like a quiet hero.
Finally, there was Silent Sister, who stood tall on a hill, absorbing every faint sound around her. Her presence brought peace and serenity to the night, like a dreamless slumber. Sarah, under the guidance of these spirits, worked hard and began to feel a fondness for the world of the night.
So everyone works so diligently for the sake of this kingdom.
Only now do you see?
Yes, I realize that the night has its own peace, entirely different from what I thought.
Humans are all the same, always so obsessed with light, forgetting the gentleness of the night. Just then, the light spirit appeared, his brilliant radiance cutting through the darkness, his face filled with anger. Light Spirit immediately criticized Dark for allowing the darkness to linger for so long.
You heavy, gloomy darkness, be gone and make way for my light. Stop tainting this glorious world any longer.
Don't be so arrogant, Light. Humans need the darkness to rest.
But they prefer me, the light of hope for a new day.
That's true. Even though I no longer hate the night, I still prefer the daytime.
What do you like more about the daytime?
The light makes me feel refreshed and full of life. Everything bursts with color. Plants and flowers bloom thanks to the sunlight.
Did you hear that, you foolish old man?
At his words, Light painted scenes of the vibrant daytime, a world awash in the brightness and lively colors. The night spirits, hearing Sarah's words and witnessing the dazzling images, began to feel differently.
Is the daytime truly that radiant?
Yes, under the sun, everything shines bright and is full of vitality.
We've lived in darkness for millions of years, never able to reach the light.
Everyone, what are you saying? The night spirits decided to abandon Dark to satisfy their longing to experience the day.
This world belongs to me!
Dark God felt a pang of sadness. Have I become unnecessary? Dark retreated, unable to hold back any longer, and hurled himself toward the sun, causing the darkness to dissipate gradually.
Oh no! Oh God!
Did I hurt Dark's feelings?
Not long after, the consequences of the absence of night began to emerge. Without the darkness, people no longer knew when to rest. The plants, once full of life, began to wither under the excessive light, losing their vibrant green. The night spirits were also facing difficulties with their tasks. Sleep Maiden tossed sleep dust, but during the day, everyone was busy and kept themselves alert. Night Watcher couldn't use his powers either, as the sunlight kept people awake. As for Silent Sister, she couldn't create silence. Daytime was filled with constant noise like an endless symphony.
Things have spiraled out of control. We must find a way to bring Dark back.
The night spirits began to understand the importance of balance between light and darkness, and they agreed to help her.
How can we summon Dark God? The darkness hasn't completely disappeared. Perhaps he still exists in the memories of those who truly cherished him. Sarah, your memories are the clearest, as you are the only one who ever grew curious about the night. If that's the case, where can I meet him again? In a dream. I will guide you into the deepest of dreams to find him. Then let's start right away.
With gentle magic, Sleep Maiden sent Sarah into a deep sleep. In her dream, Sarah found herself surrounded by impenetrable darkness, wrapped in an eerie silence. The fear of darkness, which she thought she'd forgotten, resurfaced.
You can do this! You can do this!
Suddenly, a familiar sound echoed through the darkness. Sarah moved towards it, and there stood Dark Spirit.
Huh?
Dark Spirit! It really is you! I came to apologize. Please, come back. Everyone needs you.
Really? You're not just joking with me?
It's all my fault. Please forgive me.
But suddenly, Dark Spirit was pulled into a deep, dark vortex. Sarah, summoning all her courage, reached out to pull him from the abyss.
Hold on to my hand.
The longer she held on, the more her strength waned. Sarah's in a coma. We need to find a way to save her. Amidst the chaos, as everyone tried to save Sarah, a faint light appeared from afar. It was Light Spirit. Light Spirit appeared, looking weary and worn.
I was wrong. Erasing the darkness has thrown human life into disarray.
Suppressing his sorrow, Light Spirit opened a path into Sarah's dream. With his ultimate, Light Spirit found where Sarah and Dark Spirit were trapped. Using his brilliant light, he tried to save them from the danger. Suddenly, darkness from all directions wrapped around Light Spirit's limbs, holding him back. Sarah watched in worry. Light Spirit quickly concentrated his energy, forming a sphere of power. When they were finally pulled from the abyss, light and darkness intertwined, creating a warm and radiant energy.
I'm sorry. Please don't hold a grudge. As if I would.
Sarah held tightly onto both Dark and Light Spirit's hands, helping them return through the darkness. With Dark Spirit's return, night began to settle over the sky once more. Sarah had conquered her fear, understanding the meaning of both light and darkness. Now, Sarah had become stronger and was ready to face Prince Philip with a radiant gaze, even as the night surrounded her.